good one, Cam. Hey there, Memorial. I'm Brian Bloom, your lead anchor, and here are today's top news stories. In Malaysia, a 35-year-old former photographer and visual artist has discovered what he believes to be the next big thing in beauty pageantry. No, Ernest Goh is not talking about little girls or older women. He's talking about a whole nother species, chickens. Ah yes, Ernest Goh really believes that these chickens are beautiful creatures and not meant just for the stomach.
Ayam Serama chickens. Ayam Seramas are several experts. The chickens are brought one by one onto the table to see the Ayam Serama and how they carry themselves on the little stage. You kind of get the idea why they have this type of image.
A Pennsylvania high school student is in hot water after asking Miss America to prom during a question and answer session at his school. 18-year-old Patrick Fars popped the question with a little plastic flower walking up to the stage as Miss America Nino Delveri was answering questions from the student body. The administration had previously warned Fars after they heard of his plan that he shouldn't do it. Well, Fars still went ahead and did it. He faced 3 days of in-school suspension and lost exemptions to his finals. Pretty disappointing if you ask me. Let's ask sideline reporter Cam Doss what he thought of the whole matter.
Well, he's gotta roll out the red carpet for prom sometime. I would have done the exact same thing, despite the punishment.
A beautiful shoreline, right on the coast of Italy. A short 10-minute boat ride from Venice, all yours for $25,000. One catch. The island's the most haunted island in the world. Yes, Poveglia, Italy is on sale by the Italian government for a mere $25,000. However, Poveglia has been linked to ghost stories for the past 35 years, and it's been abandoned for that entire time span. The origin of these ghost stories? Right out of a horror novel. A mental health hospital created at the turn of the 20th century, rumored to have been controlled by a sadistic doctor who performed unauthorized lobotomies on his patients. Essentially, a cruel experiment to determine what was really wrong with them. The dirt is said to have been made of 50% human ash, and ghost stories, countless. And now, let's send it over to Cameron Dawson for a piece on Facebook and its effect on today's society.
Hey there, so there's a little something I'd like to cover with all of you people. Something that for the past 8-9 years has been preoccupying over half of everybody's spare time, and that is a website known as Facebook. For the past 8-9 years, Facebook has been a great way to connect with people over the internet. But there is some advice that I would give people that are new to it or don't have it quite yet. And that is when you're about to broadcast something over the internet, make sure it's appropriate, because a bunch of schools and a bunch of jobs can look at your page and see what you post, and if you post anything inappropriate, well, they're not going to consider taking you. That could happen. And also, when you add friends or accept friend requests, make sure it's somebody that you know. If it's somebody you don't know but have a lot of mutual friends, then it might be okay. But if it's somebody you don't know at all with like very few mutual friends, then I would recommend you deny that friend request or defriend them. And also a friendly reminder, I would highly discourage that you become Facebook friends with your boss, because who knows, you might happen to post something not too appropriate, not too clean, and he might be able to see it, or he might be able to see comments that you post on other people's statuses or posts or whatever, and he may or may not be too keen at that, and he may notice that you're on Facebook when you're supposed to be working or supposed to be doing an assignment, and may not be too happy with that. So unless that's a previous employment, I would highly discourage that you become Facebook friends with somebody that you're currently working for. That'll be about it for now.
And now, let's head over to Dante Milanese for his take on the sports, with the upcoming draft and the NBA playoffs in full swing. Dante?
Thanks, Brian. Well, Houston sports fans, tomorrow night your Texans will officially be on the clock. They will hold the number 1 pick in the draft, and right now it looks like they're deciding between 2 players, David Clowney or Johnny Manziel. Both players present great skill sets. One, maybe the more sure thing. The other one is a pretty risky player. In playoff basketball news, the Rockets unfortunately are out. They lost on a Game 6 buzzer beater by point guard Damian Lillard. This offseason, the Rockets have many things that they must take care of to improve their team. Will Kevin McHale remain their head coach? Will we see a big trade, one involving Jeremy Lin or Omer Sheik, or maybe even bring in a big free agent like Carmelo Anthony? Stay tuned for that latest news. In baseball news, the Astros are in mid-season form at the bottom of the division, blowing most games at the very end, breaking the hearts of all Houston sports fans. Back to Brian.
Well, Memorial, thanks for joining us on this wonderful ride we call the Weekend Update. It was a pleasure bringing you the news. I know I speak for Cam and Dante when I say, know the difference between having fun and being stupid, because you don't want to end up on